Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing this video that I saw on Samantha March's channel and also Madison Miller's channel. They did a collab of this together and several other people have done it since, and I'm going to do a full face of my oldest makeup. This video is going to be disgusting. Okay, I'm just going to get it out there and say that this video is going to be disgusting because when I was going through my collection and I was like, okay, what really is my oldest makeup? All of this stuff has not only been discontinued. Has all of it been discontinued? No, okay. Some of it has not been discontinued, but all of this is almost definitely, probably expired. I will admit that I am not somebody who goes as much as I should by the expiration dates on packages. So all of your makeup does have an expiration date, and some of it is remarkably short. Like you will see some lip products that say 3 months shelf life on them. And how many of you use a full tube of lipstick in 3 months? I'd be willing to bet not many of you. I know I certainly don't. But even a lot of eyeshadow palettes will have like a 12-month lifespan, so they say. But who uses an entire eyeshadow palette in 12 months? Maybe if it's the only palette in your entire collection, you could, or if like you really dedicated yourself to it. But for the most part, I think a lot of us, a lot of people watching this, hi, hello, have more than one eyeshadow palette. So anyway, all of this stuff is, I'm going to mention all of it. If I can link anything down below, I will. But I have a feeling that after this video, I might be getting rid of some stuff because when I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, it's kind of gross. Also, if you have been to my channel before, thank you for coming back. Welcome back. But you might notice the background is a bit different, and I am working on some things back there to freshen things up. So bear with me. But yeah, let's get right into this. This is going to be gross. Now, I wish I was able to tell you like the years that these came out or the years that I bought them. I feel like that's most important because some of these things might have come out in like the year 2000, but I didn't buy them in the year 2000. You know what I mean? Listen to me already trying to make excuses, already attempting it, and I'm just failing all over the place. So we are going to start with primer. Now, this is not technically a primer, but this is what I've always used it for. The Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Do you see how there's like no label on it anymore? My label has all like peeled off. Like if I even touch it, some flakes come off. So this is quite old. It's quite old. I remember when I bought this, it was such a big deal because it was sold out every 5 seconds. And then I was able to snag it at one point and I got so excited. And I still really love this product. And yes, I know this is gross. I know that I should be applying this to a brush before applying it this way, but this is how I've done it. And then I'm going to gross you out even more. I'm using my fingers. I still really love this product. I think it really gives a beautiful glow to the skin, and it's light enough where you can layer products on top of it, of course. But also, I like this for days where I'm not really wearing any makeup and I just want to look just a little bit more put together. And I know that this probably looks like overly dewy to a lot of people, but to me, I feel like this just looks nice and healthy. My face feels like I just put on some moisturizer. It doesn't feel like heavy foundation or anything like that. So I'm going to give this a second to settle in, and then we're going into foundation. You all are going to judge me so hard for this one. Okay, so for my foundation, you actually might not judge me hard because I think it is technically discontinued because I don't think that they're making any new product, but this is still available on the brand's website, just in a much smaller shade range. So this is the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation, which is still my favorite foundation of all time. I'll tell you right now that I will not be getting rid of these. I still use these regularly, and I'm trying to use these more this year because this is one of those products. So I am on a low buy this year, and one of my rules for my low buy was to use the good stuff. I had so many products that I was like, no, I don't want to use that because I don't want to use it up in case it gets discontinued or something like that. But I'm trying to just use those products because what is the point of just letting it sit there and go bad? So I have been using this more, but this is my favorite foundation of all time. It is a very glowy foundation, which I absolutely love, but it's also like nice and thin enough, but it does give good coverage. Like this is my holy grail foundation, my absolute holy grail. Now, they do again have this on the Natasha Denona website, which I was kind of fascinated by just looking, but not only is it half price at all times, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades, and I swear there used to be like 20 or 30 shades. And the lightest shade they have is the deepest shade that I use. So I use 2 shades mixed together. I use 10 fair and 40 light medium. They do still have light medium, but they, you know, that's as low as it goes. They do have some very deep shades, but it seems like most of them are in the mid-range. So what I like to do, I shake these up and I take my handy dandy palette and I do a pump of each of these. You can see the mix of the colors there. One is much deeper than the other. And then I just go ahead and I dot this all over my face. It looks pretty. It's so funny because it always looks kind of deep. That deeper shade is definitely like my summer tone. And then I'm just going to pounce that in with my sponge. I love the coverage this gives me. Oh, I feel like I was supposed to go into this video just throwing everything away, and I can't. I'm just really using my favorite products. So again, this product is very, very, very glowy. And I do take this down a little bit in certain places with powder, but for the most part, it's just this beautiful glow. And I haven't found anything since this one that gives me that much of a glow, like an extreme glow. If you know of any cruelty-free, light coverage, glowy foundations that you really love for the glow it gives, please comment down below, because I'm constantly searching for a dupe to this one and have not yet found it. Also, there's still a lot of foundation left on here. I did one pump from each, and that's always a little bit too much. I love this. I love the coverage it gives. I love the glow. I love everything about this foundation, and I would love it if I could have more. For concealer, here is one. I'm not going to throw it away, but it's old, it's discontinued. It's all those things. It's the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. When I found out they were discontinuing this, which I'm not going to lie, was like 2 years ago. It was a long time ago. I went and bought like 3 backups. So this is my very last one, and I only very recently opened it. So it hasn't been open to the air or anything like that, but still, this is very discontinued. And I still haven't found a concealer I like as much as this one at all. I do have another concealer coming to me in the mail that I'm very curious about, but it just bums me out. Like, it makes me so sad. It's like this full face of oldest makeup, like, it's just making me sad, because why does everything I love have to get discontinued? I don't understand what the universe has against me, but this concealer is very, very, very creamy. And it's got like a little bit of a dew to it, but it's a light coverage, creamy concealer. And that's what I look for. Like, look how just it neutralized everything. It brightened things up, but it doesn't look like too dried down or too full coverage. It's just nice. I just realized this whole look is going to probably be very neutral, because every bit of my like super, super old makeup that I've still hung on to is pretty neutral. Now for powder, I don't know if this is really fair, because this isn't too old at all and it's definitely not discontinued, but I am not a powder girl, so I only own 2 powders. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. You can see I have a huge dip in the center. I really love this powder. This gives, for me, a light to medium coverage, whereas the other powder I use, which is the Kosas Cloud Set, is definitely more of a lighter coverage powder. So this one's a little bit heavier, but I don't powder much at all. I just use it to set under my eyes and on the side of my nose, on my lip, upper lip, the mustache area, and the chin, and that's pretty much it. So you can still see, obviously, like a lot of glow coming through. This is what I absolutely love. I love glowy, dewy skin. I love the way this is actually looking so far, if I'm being honest. Okay, let's get into the eye makeup. Actually, the very first thing I want to do, I don't have any old brow products, I realized. All of mine are fairly new. So this, I think, is my oldest. It's the Kosas Airbrow. This is probably only about a year old, and I still really enjoy this for just days where I want to run something through my eyebrows and go. Probably takes me like 30 seconds to do my eyebrows with this stuff. Actually, what was that, like 10 seconds? And it just makes them look a little bit more put together. So I do enjoy this, but I'm not focusing on that because that's still fairly new. But this eyeshadow palette, how many of you can guess what it is? If you've watched my declutters or any of my, I just recently did an eyeshadow palette collection video where I talked about this. What is my oldest palette? The OG Urban Decay Naked Palette. This is one covered in crushed velvet. Why would anyone do that? Does everyone like crushed velvet but me? Because it makes me want to puke. This palette is so well loved. This is the original release, and you can see I've used so many colors in here, and I'm gonna be honest, you guys, this has avoided several declutters purely for nostalgia's sake. I have not used this that much. I do still use the hell out of this shade Naked. There's barely any left, but for the most part, if I want a neutral palette, I haven't been reaching for this. So it's time to really, like, let's go into this. Let's really go in. I want to do a nice shimmery look. I've got something to put on top, a little something something. Let's go in and see if this palette is still what I remember it to be. So I think first I'm going to start with Buck, which is the other shade that I've used the most. It is just a neutral brown. It looks like nothing's coming up on the brush. Very interesting, because now I think eyeshadow formulas have gotten so much better since this came out, which was like 2011. And this just looked like, okay, no, it definitely has some pigment there, just not as much as I thought, but no, there's definitely something there. Okay. I'm just buffing this very softly in the outer corner, and I'm going to take that into the crease, just again, very softly. See, this is what the Naked palette was good for. Naked palette was great for easy looks that you could just put on and run out the door kind of thing. It wasn't, you know, there's not too many dramatic looks you can do in here. Yes, there is a black and a gunmetal shade, but for the most part, like, I feel like most of us, when we had this palette, we used it for just these easy looks, whether it was work or school or just, you know, like going out and feeling a little more put together. Just, I don't know. I have lots of nostalgia for this palette, so I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, but like, I feel like I should make an effort to use it more. If I'm going to keep it, I should be using it. Okay, it looks good to me. Now I'm going into Naked as much as I can with this very kind of dense brush, and I'm going to use that just along the outer edges just to blend this out a little bit. Wow, that went way darker than it usually does. That's interesting. I'm actually taking Buck and putting it more in the corner here and really kind of building that up, as you can see, to be a little bit deeper on just the outer corner, to really just darken that up, because this is the darkest matte in the palette, and I like my outer corner to be matte. I'm also taking Buck under the eyes a little. It's shimmer time. I'm excited. Okay, so I want to go in with Smog, which is a very kind of bronzy brown gold color. And I'm just going to put this, I'm going to spray this, which I haven't done in a long time, to my shimmers. I used to do this all the time. That's going to go on kind of the outer part of the lid. Whoa, that is, oh my God, I don't remember it being that metallic. Wow, okay. Oh, geez, that's very metallic. Okay, Smog. Oh my gosh, that is so shimmery. I totally forgot. I kind of love that. Okay, so then next I'm flipping the brush around to the other side and going into Half Baked. This, again, I've hit pan on this shade. It looks like it's picking up nothing though. Okay, but it did that the other time. I'm going to spray this as well. And this is going to go on the inner part, like inner half of my lid. Okay, there's definitely still payoff there. I feel like this is one of Urban Decay's most popular colors, just overall in general, and it's for a reason. It's so pretty and metallic. I think I sprayed my brush a little too much that time, but it's so pretty and metallic, and just like this light gold that I feel like would look beautiful with any eye color. This is going to be such a damn simple look. Look at that. That's so pretty. So again, I don't love putting shimmers in my outer corner, but I really want this to be a little deeper. So I'm going to take this brush and go into Hustle, which is a very deep, almost like a purpley brown, almost like a cool tone brown. I just want to deepen up just the outer corner a little bit, just to give it a little more drama. I'm even going to take that ever so lightly in the crease. There we go. That's the thing this palette is missing. It's just like that deeper crease color, you know? That's the thing this palette is missing, just that deeper matte color. I'm also going to take the tiniest bit of Hustle and just run that on the lower lash line, just right up against those lashes, almost as an eyeliner. This palette, I want to be the one who wants to get rid of it, and I don't. I really don't. I still love the way it looks. I wish that they didn't reformulate into the Naked Reloaded palette, because this is where it was at for me. I still love it. It's such a simple look, and I still absolutely love it. All right, so here is the thing that I have a strong feeling I'm going to wind up getting rid of, and it could ruin the entire look. That's how old it is. These are still around, but these are not nearly as popular as they were. These had their heyday on YouTube where people went nuts for them. I just showed you the product. Okay, whatever. It's the Stila Glitter and Glow, and this one is in Gold Goddess. This shade in particular, I have gone through easily 4, maybe 5 tubes of. It is a glitter that already has adhesive in it, so it sticks and it has no fallout. This shade was my absolute favorite. I have a feeling, though, if you can see through it kind of, that probably means it's dried out. Let's see. Can I get any glitter at all? Oh, yeah, there's a little bit, not much. So I'm just going to paint this right on that inner lid to, is anything coming off at all? So there is a very little bit. I don't know if you can even see the difference. This is going to have to go in my empties because this is not doing what it used to do. It still has no fallout, but it's just like, oh, well, I mean, I guess you can kind of see it a little bit. It just kind of adds like a pop of shimmer. But guys, this is so old. This is gross. This is gross. Like, even though it seals, it really seals. Like, no, I don't think it ruined the look. I'm trying to like justify it, but no. And that actually did fall out. I say there was no fallout, and then there is on this one, which means that the adhesive is starting to go. This is going to go. This is pretty old. Okay, wait, let me curl my lash. So this is another product that is still out, I believe, but this tube is very old. Now, I did only just open this tube about 2 months ago, but I've had it for a long time. Okay, I found this in the back of my makeup drawer. I want to say like this is probably 4 or 5 years old. Again, I just opened it, but still, this is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, which is not old really, but like this packaging in this limited edition pack, this is old, okay? And it has a little bit of a smell to it. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to put this on for the sake of this video. And this is going in my empties. I'm done. I have other mascaras that I like way better than this one. And again, one of my rules of my low buy was not to use stuff just to use it up. And this is the perfect freaking example because I'm like, well, I don't want to throw it away. It's like a brand new tube of mascara. Why? It's like 5 freaking years old. I mean, it really isn't the worst because it gives you length. It really does. But length is not something I typically gravitate towards when it comes to mascara. I want volume. I love volume in my mascara. So it's not that bad, but it's not that good, and it's going. For my oldest blush, I wonder how many of you are also going to say that this is the oldest blush in your collection because this was the shit on YouTube back in the day, and it's all any YouTuber ever used. Milani Luminoso. How many of you remember this? Like, even now when I look at it, it's just so like pearlescent and pretty, and they still sell this blush. They absolutely do. But this is like old packaging where it used to flip up and there'd be a horrible little brush under here and the world's tiniest mirror. Extra packaging no one needs, but it's just really, really pretty, and I don't know, and it's still fairly inexpensive, just all over the place good. So I'm just picking that up, dusting it on. Look at the instant glow and warmth it gives. Do you see? Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, I almost don't even need a highlighter, but I'm gonna wear a highlighter, okay? See, this whole video was intended for me to like throw away or get rid of products, but for the most part, I feel like I'm just falling in love with these all over again. I love it. I love it. It's lovely and rosy and stunning. Highlighter. You want to talk about products that went viral because of YouTube, okay? And this one is one that I fought to purchase, so I'm not getting rid of it. Okay, it is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop, the original packaging with Jaclyn's old picture on the back. This is no shade whatsoever, but Jaclyn looks quite different now than she does in this picture. This was just like the OG highlighter that everyone had to have. I feel like this is the highlighter that made people love highlighter. It's just perfectly rosy gold, and I feel like it looks good on so many people. And I have this in several different formats, and I'm still going to keep it. I'm putting highlighter on top of a glowy blush, but like, look at that glow. Look at that instant glow. And I remember Jaclyn put out a video and she would do that and she'd be like, oh, and everyone makes the highlighter face. But there's a reason. I feel like it just really brings things together and just looks so shimmery and beautiful. Like, this is turning into kind of a cute holiday look. Just saying. But yeah, I'm not getting rid of this either. And yeah, am I holding on to it for just nostalgia purposes? No. I'm not, because I'm actually using it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and set my face real quick. By the way, I'm not sure if it's still available, but I've re-fallen in love with this NYX Bear With Me setting spray because it feels almost like I remember MAC Fix Plus feeling. And I don't use MAC Fix Plus anymore because they are not a cruelty-free brand, but NYX is. I really like the feel of it because I feel like it still keeps the glow, but it sets down what it needs to. Really pretty. For lips. So again, these are all products that I feel like were viral for a bit, but we have the Kat Von D, not the KVD, not the KVD Vegan Beauty, but the Kat Von D Lolita lip liner, the everlasting ones. I believe they still have these lip liners, and I believe they still have the shade Lolita. It's just not called Kat Von D anymore. These are really nice and creamy, but long lasting. Like, I think I want to try those products again from that brand now that Kat Von D is no longer a part of it. I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about that, but I still really like this. So today I'm just kind of lining my lips and pressing together to just blend out that line a little bit, because what I'm putting on my lips, this is something I discovered before the days of YouTube, okay? I used to be on live journal communities. Shout out to MAC Cosmetics and Eyeshadow Sluts. That's what the groups were called. And this was just like such a big deal when it came out. And to this day, I have not found another product that I like for this purpose as much. Now, I will say that while this product probably came out like 15 years ago, this tube is not as old. It's probably about a year and a half old, but I wanted to bring it out because of like the nostalgia factor again. So lip plumpers are not a brand new thing. I feel like they're getting a little bit of a resurgence, but in my day, back in my day, there was only one, and that was Doo-Wop Lip Venom. This is a clear gloss, but it makes your lips pink because this is not one of those where they're like, oh my God, if you hate that stingy feeling, use this. No, this stings. You feel like you got your shit punched in the face. Shit punched in the face. What? It does sting. If you have sensitivity, you will not like this. I love it, okay? It does sting. If you have sensitivity, you will not like this. I love it, okay? I feel like this makes my lips actually look like I am Amanda Lepore, which is always a good thing. So this is how it looks to start, and there is an obvious lip line. It has already started tingling. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for like 1 minute and we'll come back and see what it looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I had kind of forgotten exactly how much that tingles, and it's still tingling, and it's been like 2 minutes actually, but my lips are like definitely more plump, definitely a lot of blood rushed to them, so they're very pink and juicy. Like, I still love it. I still love it, but it definitely is kind of intense feeling. Not even kind of, it's intense feeling. I wouldn't even call it like pain or anything like that, but it's just like you feel, I don't know, maybe like you just ate some really hot sauce and it got on your lips, you know what I mean? And it's still going. It's still tingling. But that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I can't believe that I'm only getting rid of 2 products overall. I really can't. But like, I love this eye look. I actually love this makeup look overall. I really, really do. I really love this vibe. Like, this cheek combo with the Luminoso and Champagne Pop, like, dude, I might be going back to this. Like, how did I sleep on Luminoso for so long? Look at that. I think that's so beautiful. And I know a lot of people are getting rid of their highlighters and nobody likes highlighter anymore. I still love a freaking glowy cheek, man. If you like this video, which of course I hope you did, I would love if you could give it a thumbs up. That always really, really helps out my channel. Everything that I can link will be linked in the description box down below. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. And I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.